Well, yes, indeed. It is an exciting moment right here in Durban. As you may recall, as you've already said it in your intro, that for the first time in 84 years, that on the African soil, the city of Durban, or Africa as a whole, since Cairo in Egypt in 1939, it's the first time that this country, South Africa, Durban in particular, is hosting this major world tournament in world table tennis that will be taking place from the 20th of May to the 28th of May. Will be having more than 230 countries that will be represented here in Durban, bringing the very best of players coming from the table tennis worldwide. You know that Durban saw off Düsseldorf, a city in Germany, in order to have a right to host this big tournament right here in Durban. We're going to speak to some of the participants, and also later, as we know that today it's a launch of the 84-day countdown to the event. Let us speak to the president of the South African Table Tennis Board, Mr. Joe Karim. Welcome, sir. So tell us about this world event. It's a major tournament taking place for the very first time in Durban.
Yes, this is the first time that we're hosting the World Table Tennis Championships, which is an individual event in Durban, or in South Africa for that matter. And it's 84 years since the last one was held on the continent in 1939 in Cairo, which was basically in the very early years of the formation of the International Table Tennis Federation. So we felt that it was critically important that we showcase the expertise that is located within the African continent to host such an event. We cannot have a global event that is located in Europe and Asia only. So it was critically that we have this now. It is also symbolic that we would have the event during the month of May, which is Africa Month. And so when we bid for this, we were very clear in our efforts, as has been pretty much the norm in our sports, that when we host something, we also look at it from a continental perspective. So we will have a number of the officials will also come from the continent to ensure that the feeling for the event is embraced by all and sundry within the continent.
Yes. And how will the country or Africa will benefit out of this?
Well, already the country is benefited just by the investment by the International Table Tennis Federation. They've allocated $2 million to the event. They are also bringing all the equipment, the sports equipment, into the country, and they have shared the expertise of the event with us. So after this event, we will be better equipped to run more professionalized events within the country. We started that off with a contender event at the Olive Convention Center in January, and we can see the growth in our organizational capacity streaming from that event to where we're going to in May. So I think just on that offshoot alone, then there will be legacy aspects as well in terms of the coaching perspective, the launch of our legacy program within the communities to look at social cohesion. That has also started in KwaMashu, and we will roll that out further. In fact, I've met with some NGOs as well, and hopefully to draw in the NGOs to assist us in running programs that impacts on social cohesion in our areas.
Okay. Some people still regard this sport as an exclusive one for the haves. How will you ensure that it does also benefit the people on the ground, people at grassroots level, and also it does go to the communities out there to ensure that they also do participate?
Okay, that's actually a misconception, because the majority of our members are from the have-nots. And so that is the reason why, as a policy position, the South African Table Tennis Board's policy around international participation is based on the fact that if the board can afford to send a team, the team will go. If the board does not have the money to send a team, nobody goes. And that is to ensure that we do not marginalize people who have the skill but do not have the financial resource to attend. So yes, if you look at whether it is here or in Cape Town or Johannesburg, you'll find that the majority of our people come from townships and are in fact from the poorest of the poor.
Thanks a lot, sir. Okay, there's the president of the South African Table Tennis Board, Mr. Joe Karim, taking us through about the play giving, especially about how will South Africa and Africa as a whole will benefit out of staging this tournament right here in Durban. It will be taking place from the 20th of May to the 28th of May this year.